buy those, or do you have yet to get them graded?
Oh, we have yet to buy them.
Okay,
And
so you
then
don't need them.
these ones are the more expensive ones.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
The last 17? Is that what they're
Yeah,
called?
that's what they. Well, it depends on what part of the world you're in. Either the last 15 or last 17. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Because some people got the Ewoks with the last wave for some reason, and other parts of the world didn't get them until the last wave. Do you know what I'm getting at?
Oh, yeah.
I know what you mean, Steph. It's all right.
Lots of waves. There's lots of waves to
Lots of
contend
waves.
with.
Yeah, wavy,
Very
wavy,
many
wavy.
waves.
So let's wave to hi to everybody. Wave.
Hello.
Waves.
Wrong hand. Oh, well, I would have this hand working if Rum would put the bloody what's it back like it should be. I hate these squares.
What do you mean? What are you doing with your right hand? Why?
Well, because it's no, the other ones. Look, the right hand's off camera.
Yeah, it's off the camera. You don't have the rectangles. You've got them on square.
Yeah, you just got like a square. It's like
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. Well,
Go
no,
on.
that's not something.
like-
Think, look,
Looks like you're doing something to me.
Oh, he wants you to do something to him. I got you.
It's like you know. There you go.
There you go.
That's
There
better. That's better. Hold it there.
Give me a
Hold it
little
there.
scratch while I'm up there,
Hold it
Steph.
there. Hold it there. Little tickle.
I get herpes or something.
Yeah.
Why do you still feel like you can be like me? Gaining the idea it could be like me. Why do you still feel like you can be like me? Gaining the idea it could be like me. There's only one Salacious Rum, and he's the only
Oh, there is that.
He's truly
also in the show.
He's truly known. Why do you still feel like you can be like me?
Other people there as well.
Gaining the idea could
Well,
be
come on,
like
a bowl.
You know that guy with the red jacket. He crossed the street like 5 or 6 times. Well, he's got a boring life.
Hold on a minute. Who put Steph there? No one put.
Well, you did. You
did
were in control of it.
Oh yeah.
You did it.
G'day, and welcome to the Two Pommies, the only show where you get 2.5 stars for the price of one. From England. It was we never established which was the half.
You're the half.
Yeah, but I'm more than a half.
You're the half. Everybody knows you're the half.
Yeah,
So
but I've got a big willy.
That doesn't count.
That counts, doesn't it? John, that
Counts.
counts, doesn't it? John, that counts, doesn't it?
Why do I have to be the deciding factor? I don't know what's going on here.
Is it the colour of Stu's head?
What? Don't bring me into it.
Stu's head could count as a whole half on its own.
Yeah.
To be honest, Stu could be like 1.5, couldn't he?
Yeah, but we've already discussed that you've got one the size of a knick-knack, Rum. So do you know what I mean?
A knick-knack?
A knick-knack,
Starring
yeah.
from England, the leader of the MoNKey-LiZaRD army, Salacious Rum, and from New Zealand, Peter Jackson's favourite fluffer from the PGM show.
I wish.
Gordon McKinnon.
I get more work if it was Peter Jackson's pillow fluffer.
And we have some guests today from the MLA Harem, our favourite special lady, Lady Stephanie.
Oh, hey everyone.
Oh. And resembling Bob's left testicle, Stu, the universal name thief, toy collector.
Oh, here we go. Hello.
And also the god of the MLA, or is he a clone? It's John Dunson.
Hello. Hey, hey!
Hey, there we go.
Well, today I'm from Zeta Reticuli. You've got the clone John that was turned into a lizard person. So I'm lizard people from Zeta Reticuli today.
Very good. Very good. In case any of you are wondering, a pommy is a derogatory word used in Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, and it refers to a Brit. It's derived from the acronym POME, but just who is the prisoner exactly? Tonight we may find out, and we're also having a celebratory stream to celebrate. What are we celebrating, Pete? Pete?
Kind of the support everybody's given me over the last few months, buying the print as well. First to go out around, you could say, the world, and just the kind of support they've given me over the last few months for this comedy gig that I'm doing at the moment. So yeah.
And we've been doing a bit of a deep dive into your acting, your professional acting career. We've discussed your experiences on multiple movies, and it's been a lot of fun.
It's been good. We will be continuing that with other guests as well, hopefully, or other things. I don't know what the plan is.
I don't know if everyone noticed, but John and Stu and Steph, we found out a couple of things about Pete and his experiences. And one of the things we found out was, as he went along, he got a little bit uppity. Didn't you, Pete? Started to get a bit uppity
on occasions.
On set.
Yes, on occasions. Yeah.
Got a bit uppity. Boy, he was a bit of a,
Bit of a diva, Pete.
Yeah.
You
Started
could
making
say.
demands, didn't you, Pete?
Yeah, all of a sudden he can't have any green M&Ms. You have to pick them all out.
Yeah.
Wow, Pete, I'm surprised at you, mate, to be honest.
Okay, Orlando. I said that in the green room and when I was in the graduation. I said that. So where's my M&Ms? Nobody heard me, of course. So,
Oh dear.
Well, you know, Pete, we'll always support everybody. I mean, in the community, we're really happy that you are trying comedy. It's a big deal to stand up and stage in front of people and try to make them laugh. So from my perspective, it's like any support that you need, I'm willing to give. We're willing to show the support and give you encouragement to go out there and follow your dreams, because you never know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? You got to try. If you don't try, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give it your all, the world could be yours, you know? You never know.
Yeah, well said, John.
Yeah, well said.
Well, yeah. Well done, John. Yeah, that's true. Anything can happen. Like that time that I got herpes from a group of koalas in Australia that we won't talk about.
Koalas have worse than herpes, dude.
It's true.
Chlamydia and everything else.
Yeah. Cool. Good to see you.
just by sitting down right where you are.
Yeah.
Helps us here as well. There's plenty of people here. Plenty of people here to say hello. That's nice, isn't it?
Hello,
Very
pals.
nice.
On that list, that the guys who supported me was Josh and Shanty, Kelly and Dragon Buddy, Chip Getler, Chris Klein, who Bob himself bought the prints. First prints to ever go out, signed by me. And if it wasn't for these guys, John sitting there, Bob, Chris as well, who kept on harping at me constantly. In one gaming, I think it was gaming. Was it a gaming night that we were doing Diablo or something like that?
Maybe, yeah.
And you kept on saying, "Well, Pete, you should really come over here and do some conventions, and you do well by signing these prints and stuff like that." And it got into my head going, "Bugger, you bastards, you're right. So,
well, other people do it. We see other people doing that who some even had smaller parts than you did, and they do it. So, if you're in anything, you can take a shot of it and sign it and go to shows and conventions. People will come see it.
Yeah. And I guess that was probably a little bit of the catalyst, because seeing Dino, I think, go up to a lady who was she a droid or something like that? And
I think so. Yeah, but she was. I think she was in one of the R2D2s, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, and she was signing autographs, and I'm going, okay, well, that was a little bit of the catalyst, but the catalyst was that, well, yeah, why not? I need to change my direction, right? So,
don't you have anything like that in New Zealand that you can do, Pete? Don't they do those kind of conventions for?
we've got about just actually heard that we've got about 3 or 4 conventions, little toy conventions.
Yeah.
Either it's not usually in the city, but it's out in the outskirts of another city called Lower Hutt. It's way out from here.
Right.
They're going to do a toy convention, and I think we've got it in Armageddon, but I don't think you can get. That's a little bit too. It's bigger. So.
Do they have guests there though? Do they do?
Yeah, they have guests. Yeah. And Armageddon, they have guests there. So they have actors.
You tried? Would you contemplate going to that and trying that?
Yeah, I've got a friend who has done Armageddon convention, so I'll probably go. That's my next step, I think, is to go and ask him if I can get a table so I can do some signings.
Yeah, why not, man?
Yeah,
why
that'd be awesome. Yeah.
That'd be good.
If you have a connection, use it.
Yeah.
You'll have to tell everyone your story, your special story. My favorite story.
Which one's that?
Which one's that?
The story. Pete's special story about how he was in a massive scene in The Hobbit.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in a huge scene. Gandalf was in it. All the hobbits were there.
You could do speeches as well. You could do talks.
Gandalf was setting off fireworks, and he had one job to do. He had to turn a spit. He had to turn a pig on a spit. He had one job to do, and Peter Jackson cut him out of the scene because he said he was doing too much face voguing whilst turning the spit.
Oh no!
No, that was Mortal Engines. That was Mortal Engines. Yeah.
Do the look. Do the look that you got cut out.
The pig on the roasted spit was this.
Go on. There you go.
Wow.
He made a face.
Got cut out.
That's with the fireworks went off when Gandalf was entertaining the kids. And in the deleted scene, that story of my life, really. I mean, in 3 deleted freaking scenes. Yeah. But no, that's when my reaction to the fireworks going off.
Yeah.
Nice.
Too much
the other reaction was it's actually in my 5-minute stand-up. This joke that they wanted extras to actually stand on either side when an actress was coming up on the scene of Mortal Engines, when they were kind of auctioning off slaves. If you've seen the movie, right? So she comes up in the middle of the crowd, and there's an extra standing there, and the actress comes up. I was going to be that guy, see, right, and right in the camera frame, and the producer got me up and he stood me there, and Peter Jackson popped his head up from the camera, going, "Oh, sorry, we can't use that guy. His face is too distracting." He's got two. His face is so distracting. Man. I can't use it because the actors walking up.
What was you doing, Pete, to be distracted?
He was giving it some, don't you?
My face is so. My face is. He said this. He said that. He said that your face is great, but it's too
expressive.
Unique. Yeah, expressive, and it's this.
Yeah.
You basically got insulted by.
Wow. I mean, that's an insult, isn't it? I mean, that's the one to take. Your face is too distracting.
But you can't really do anything. You can't complain. You can't
I think
do a diva thing.
you
You,
know,
can't. You know, so,
I think this could become a meme. We need to film you going into a restaurant and sitting down, and then having another couple come in and sit next to you and go, "Wait, we can't sit here." His
Do the
face is
look.
distracted.
Do the pig roast. Do the pig
Yeah,
roast.
all the
do
pig roast face. Yeah.
Do the pig roast.
Yeah.
So is that how you normally look when you look at fireworks, MP?
Is that how you normally look? What is
No. When that face he pulls, is that the face you pull when you see fireworks?
I take my either my Salacious Rum on a spit or my pig on the spit and do this.
That's what you would do New Year's Eve then with the fireworks.
You should see his orgasm face. It's a little bit.
Oh, I thought that was it.
Yes, it's the same as my pig on the roasting spit.
Yeah, it's a slightly frustrated look.
Wow. Oh,
That's your look every day, Salacious. Frustrated.
Spencer, we've got lots of good friends in. We've got lots of good friends in to see you.
Hello, everybody.
Spencer's here.
Hey.
Sprue's here. Gerard. Lots of very nice people. Very nice indeed, I have to say. Dare say. There's Beaver.
Hi.
Hi.
Some very nice people.
So I mean, what I want to do, I've actually bought one for John and his mum, because John's mum is a big Lord of the Rings fan, right? And I've got to send you the two prints, John, to you and your mum. So can I pull? So that's So
cool.
That's. I don't know where that was going, but I thought it just.
Yeah. Whenever you have the chance, there's no rush,
that line of that line of sentencing just went dead.
Wow.
Pretty normal on this stream, isn't it? To be honest. Totally honest with you. Excelsior, good to see you.
So Pete, what was the hardest thing about? Because you've done your graduation video, and we'll get to that in a bit because we're gonna get to watch it. Ooh, exciting stuff! But what was the hardest thing for you about getting up and doing that?
Everything. I mean, I suck at auditioning. Not auditioning. So rehearsal, not auditioning. Rehearsal. I mean, every time I was rehearsing and went to the school, because they call it school, right? Comedy school, right? You got to put into your mind, and it sounds really simple, but muscle memory of just getting the microphone off the stand and putting it behind you, right? It's muscle memory, because you've got to say, when you do that, you've got to say thank you as well, and then getting it back after your 5-minute stream and putting it back on the microphone stand, right? And saying thank you again after your bit. It's just like, it's a muscle memory, and people forget how to do that. So, and there's a way, because if you're tall and short, right, so you've got to put your microphone stand down, right? So it's just like, fuck.
How'd you do it?
But it's also a wrecking sense of, the first lesson of how being a stand-up comedian is just, if you think you're funny, you're not, because you don't know what the audience is going to react to, right? So, or the audience that you have, right? It might be crickets in the audience, right? No one's going to laugh because they don't think it's funny, right? So you got to make a joke out of it. So you got to write your jokes, right, from your life or whatever, your observations and stuff like that. And people are not going to laugh at something that they don't know, right? So you got to make it funny. So it's either how you say it. But when I went into the green room, I was so nervous, so nervous. I'm going. Oh.
Was this before you got up? Was this before you were going onto stage?
Yeah, on stage, right?
Yeah.
I had my head was going, oh crap! if I forget all my if I forget all my jokes, that's it. Fuck, I'm retiring. You know, so it's so nerve-wracking because you're waiting as well. You're waiting for the other people to go because you're not going to be first on. You're going to be in the middle somewhere, or you're going to be second and last. I was second to last, so I had to wait for all these other people.
Wow.
In a 15-minute break, right after that, and then I'm second to last, right? Because that was the order, and I was just going, well, remember what you've been taught, all your jokes. Keep cool, and and do what you do to actually prepare. But it's nerve-wracking as hell.
Yeah, I can imagine it is. I mean, you're putting yourself out there and you're really exposing yourself because, like, say, comedy is probably, especially stand-up comedy, has got to be one of the hardest things that anybody can do. I mean, especially if you're sort of new to it, like you are, Pete. And like John said earlier, we're here to support you and stuff like that, and it's what you want to do. So it's good on you. And I take my hat off to you because you've got to be a certain kind of person to get up and do stand-up comedy. And the thing that would worry me is if I was in your shoes and I'm listening to the people in front of me, and the crowd are absolutely hysterical and they're really funny, and you go on and you're thinking, oh wow. I mean, does that put pressure on you as well, listening to what the other guys are coming out with and the audience reaction to them?
Yeah. We had one guy. He's Irish. He lives here in New Zealand, but he was great. He was fantastic. And he got the whole crowd laughing their heads off. All right, so.
Steve did that thing of his finger in his mouth again.
I'll talk about power, right? I don't know what to do with my fingers. Swine.
You're acting all serious.
Yeah.
I go like that a lot. I do this a lot.
Look.
The Parkinson look.
He does it actually he acts all seriousness, a serious question. And he does it.
Oh, I don't know what to do with my hands.
He's like the Parkinson of YouTube, isn't he?
Pete, when you got up there though, did you get that buzz, or were you just nervous the whole time, or once you were up there you were like, oh, I've got it, I've you get that buzz when you're on stage sometimes?
Yeah, you do. Once I got through my first joke, then I felt the buzz. Because you're thinking the first line of your joke or the setup. That's the only thing that I was thinking about. If I stuff up the first line setup joke, all right, I'm gonna have to actually think on my feet. All right, and sometimes that's really, really hard for me anyway. Thinking on my feet. All right, I'm not an improv kind of guy. But once I got there, the whole adrenaline took over, and I was really excited to be up there and entertaining people, even if they didn't laugh or not at my jokes or didn't get my right.
That's great.
So I loved it. I really loved it.
So who was the audience then?
I had about 3 friends in the audience, and the rest were other friends of other.
Okay, right.
People.
Yeah.
So they invited.
Did you get a blowy off any groupies?
So Pete, this was a class that you took. What they did is they invited friends and family to watch the graduation stage show, right?
Okay, blowy.
Yeah.
Now in the class, you said earlier that sometimes the delivery is what you need to work on. Did the class teach you, say you wrote yourself a joke during the class? Did they help you tailor the joke more to make it? Do you know what I mean? Did they work with you in the class to sort of restructure the joke and figure out how to get it across with your point of view, but make it funny at the same time, or what? How does that work?
Yeah. This teacher that taught us all how to actually write jokes from our lives, right? Yeah. Or observations were really good to actually pick out how to actually say that in a joke form.
Gotcha.
And that was and how to actually say it and deliver it was he taught us that, because we had one-on-ones with our teacher on Zoom calls, so he helped us write jokes and write our 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that was helpful to you, wasn't it, Pete? But also, you had some lessons from me, didn't you? Like with Peter McSteel, the Peter McSteel sessions, like probably helped more.
No,
Didn't they? More.
don't bring that up. No,
But that was probably better, wasn't it? Like, to be honest.
Okay, then, Pete, did you use anything that rum helped you with in your stand-up?
No, nothing.
No, none of
Wow.
it.
That's really ungrateful, Pete.
Did you even use that one dick joke I gave you?
No.
Damn it, Pete.
No.
Dear.
No one uses your stuff, Mum. No one uses your stuff.
Well, you got to have the delivery as well, haven't you? It's not just having the material, you got to have the delivery too. Yeah.
So, Pete, what would you say the main differences are between like your stand-up comedy that you've done and like say like acted comedy, like in a film or something like that? And I've got to keep my hands in my pockets because I can't put my mum and chin now. So
Yeah, keep those hands in your pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a hard one. I think stand-up vastly different because you're playing to an audience as well. I suppose sitcoms you're playing to an audience, but it's more scripted than anything else. I think comedy is raw. There's no second or third takes. Stand-up.
Yeah.
It's you on stage, on TV, film. You've got takes and you can work off other people, I guess. If you make a mistake, you can go back and do it again. Comedy on stage, you can't yell cut.
So do they teach you like techniques that where if you feel like the audience isn't sort of going your way, do they teach you how to sort of pivot and perhaps change? Yeah.
You see that with other comedians and comics on stage. If a joke doesn't land, right, and they're looking at their joke book, right, and then going, "Oh, okay, that didn't work," and then you get a really big laugh out of that. So,
okay,
it's like, oh shit, that didn't work, did it? And then you start laughing, and they start laughing, and then you can go on with the other stuff that you. I mean,
I've heard quite another technique where
there we go.
If you make fun of yourself, you can then make fun of the audience. Is that like another sort of technique?
I think you can make fun of the audience, but you do it in a certain way because we got taught not to actually make fun of the audience.
What the hell? Who's teaching you that nonsense?
So what I mean by that, what I mean by that, Rum, right, is that you can't do any racial slurs to the audience.
Well,
right?
no.
You can pick on
old-fashioned, isn't it?
people. You can pick on people, right?
Yeah.
So you can say that, where have you come from? And you go, Canada. And then you can do like
that's racialist. That's bloody racialist there against Canada people. What have we got against Canada people, Pete? For God's sake, they're real people as well.
Well, Martin would say that they win all the quizzes, but
well, yeah, they do actually. Canadians are good at quizzes.
Well, nowadays, if they say we're from Canada, you say welcome to the United States.
Yeah. But yeah, well, you could say it's the other way around. Americans going to Canada because for your government coming in. But yeah, it's how you say it. I think. I mean, you can't outwardly racial kind of slur the audience because.
Surely you can with the Frenchies because they're like cheese eating surrender.
Yeah. Well, you can try, but if you want to do a Michael Richardson and slur the audience and not have a comedian career anymore, if you don't know what the story means, Michael Richardson actually racial slurred.
Kramer.
Kramer.
Took him years to get over that. Yeah.
Wow.
Did, yeah.
Look, we support inclusivism around here. Can I just say this disclaimer? We support inclusivism on this channel, especially thespianism. We're very pro thespianism, Steph. If you want to do any thespianism at any point,
thanks, Ron, for giving me the option.
We'll allow it.
Thanks,
John. You've got to teach him how to actually what thespian is. Right?
I know. I saw a video on it. Bob's got a few videos.
I think you confuse it by lesbianism and thespianism.
Don't get all technical, Pete. Just because you've done one stand up, don't get all technical now. Come on. You've done one stand up
Pete,
and now you're getting all uppity again.
Did you feel your confidence gaining
Remember what happened on the set?
Was that what? What's on the set? What happened on the set?
You got all uppity on the set.
Did
you got all uppity once?
That was only sometimes, not all the time.
You bullied that other extra. Remember, you told us you bullied that other extra. Remember? You bullied him by the food stand.
I didn't really overly bully him. I was.
You did a bit. I
was just arrogant with him. A little bit arrogant with him.
Very arrogant. He was very uppity. Got uppity.
Oh, was it like, do you know who I am? That kind of arrogant.
Yeah.
Oh, Pete, come on, man.
You did. I was in King Kong. Bloody hell, you weren't in King Kong. I was.
What was it? Did you go to the food cart and ask for 3 potatoes? I said, sorry, you can't have 3 potatoes. You're only allowed 2. Do you know who I am? All right, you can have 3. Is that what it was?
It was on Waterhorse, not King Kong there. So let's just get your movies right. So it was on Waterhorse. It was in the pub, and I think it was a little bit arrogant with this big. He was a big guy, you know, going that I know everything, and you know, wrong attitude. So yeah. No one else saw. No production assistant saw. It's just like it's just being a little bit. I'm being a prick. That's it. So,
that weren't the first try, was it, Pete? There was a bit of a gradual, like, you gradually.
I love how the steak stream's gone from me to actually be an uppity wanker.
Celebration of your time on set. You revealed everything. I highly
you can talk about your times on set. It's brilliant. They're brilliant. Yeah. People really want to hear these things.
That's right, Steph. I highly recommend everyone go back and watch them. You can hear about Pete's slow descent into.
Stardom.
Yeah.
Slow descent. I'm not doing anything except. Yeah.
No, he did very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did very well. Look at us now, Pete. You know, you, me, we got Lady Stephanie in between us, like a rose between 2 thorns. We got our pair of testicles below us. Look, you can jiggle your left, I'll jiggle the right. We've got everything. We've got everything. It's all coming into place now, isn't it?
It is. Awesome.
What a way to start 2025, Pete.
Yeah. Having this shriveled monkey lizard as a co-host. Yeah.
Now, do we get to see your stand-up? So I want to set the context for your stand-up, so we can. What's the crack, Pete? Set the scene for us, but hype it up. Do your best hype job.
Hype it up. Okay. Yeah. This was really 3 weeks.
Actually, is it any good? Because you might not want to hype it up if it ain't.
Well, here we go. Yeah, here we go. He's a tweak.
Go on, hype it up.
Besmirch my name before I even get anywhere in my life.
Hype it up, Pete. Hype it up.
Oh God. Is it any good? Right, okay. Is Salacious Rum any good? No, but we all kind of support you.
Oof. Wow.
You've been told.
You've been owned.
I was getting you to set the scene. Come on, tell us. People don't know you've done stand-up, so what's the crack? We're going to see it on.
This is my graduation 3 weeks ago. Yeah. Fringe Bar. I was getting set to do my 5 minutes, and really, really, really nervous. I haven't done this performing on stage for let's say over a decade. And I haven't done any film for years. So I'm packing myself, sweaty palms in the green room. I had everything sorted out. I just kept on saying to myself, Pete, if you don't fuck it up, just don't fuck it up. And you know, I always tend to enter because there were all other comedians doing the graduation. I'm always a little bit nervous, so I tend to entertain people by just nervous one-liners and bad jokes. So that makes me at ease when I'm doing that, when I'm entertaining other people, right? Or just saying bad jokes or commenting or stupid commenting. That's me. Yeah, so hopefully I set the scene.
Very good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Now, apparently Stu's got to play it because
Yes.
apparently Stu's
Oh no, I
playing
don't have to play. You can put it up. Well, not like that, obviously, on the screen that is. But you might have to mute us all because we just want to hear Pete.
Who's
So,
running this bloody show?
well, you are.
Why you tell?
I can't put it. I can't put it up. I can't do it.
You can't put it up.
Well, story of my
Steph.
life, but what else? Steph got to help.
Add me in.
Why are you putting it on?
Hang on, what happened there?
where we're at.
Ready to go?
Yes.
Yes.
John's doing it.
Thank you, and thank you. Well, I grew up in Nelson City. It's more like a town now. No, it's a village. No, they're deeming it now settlement. It's a settlement. And really, the settlement lies in the South Island of New Zealand. But if you're in Wellington, you look at it from the North Island. But down south again, if you're on the West Coast, you're looking at it from the east. In this settlement lives a notorious gang, Grey Power. Maniacs cruising up and down the streets, running over tourists, menacing children, wearing their patched crochet cardigans, in their scooters and Zimmer frames. Luxton, Seymour are trying to get the gangs from vandalizing streets. They should be looking at these old people, getting them to stop beautifying the streets of Trafalgar with their flower pots. Well, I decided I wanted to be a lead actor. Yes, I did. And, well, it didn't go that well. And I got relegated to bit parts. Well, wasn't any good. No Tom Cruise. No. And he's my height.
He's my height.
And so then, well, I got pretty successful being a drunk at Taylor's Bar. So I jetted off into Wellington, here, to seek an acting career, to get back into the business, I thought. And I got discovered in a bank of all places. They saw me peeking over the counter and said, he'd be a great hobbit. And before I knew it, I was on Samwise Gamgee as a wedding guest. Well, it went on from there. I was in a Hobbit, an unexpected journey. Yes, it's the same Hobbit. Unexpected, that was right. Whew, my range. Yeah, you wouldn't read about it, would you? On from there. Yes, I thought I was going to be in vaudeville and King Kong. I was in the audience, 15 rows back. Avatar, yes, as a minor. No, not as a child. My goodness, and I got the most wonderful news. I was going to have an extra feature role in Mortal Engines. But Peter Jackson popped up from his camera and said, "No, his face is too distracting." My face is too distracting. The cheek of it. Oh my goodness. So then, I love to talk about being a hobbit, but no one wants to know about it. Because when I tell it, it's longer than the films. But they're missing out on the best bit. I was wearing legs and hairy feet made of rubber. Getting them off. That's the best bit. Yeah. But the smell of talcum powder. Yeah, my goodness. Well, I get the feeling this was made by grey power. Anyway, thank you.
Peter McKinnon, everybody. Thank you. He's famous.
That was good. That was good.
Oh, well done, Pete.
Yeah, that was brilliant, Pete.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Pete,
No, really,
that's
well done.
Thank you.
That was really good. That was really good.
Yeah, you delivered the Tom Cruise one pretty good. He's my height. You know?
No, your delivery is brilliant. It's also the facial
Yeah.
expressions that go with the joke, and it's all just part of it. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
very
That
good.
distracting face comes in handy, Pete, doesn't it? It comes
Yeah.
in handy. So you tell Peter Jackson.
Did you notice anything? Did you notice the accent change?
I don't
What?
think so.
Yes, I noticed it. I noticed it, Pete. I noticed that.
Your accent changed.
I sounded British.
Okay.
I was just gonna say that. Pete. I thought that. That's exactly what I thought.
What?
I
You
was
go
like,
British
When did
Yeah.
it change?
Yeah, it changed when I was
after the
talking
first joke.
Yeah, it changed when I turned Lord of the Rings. I think it's changed.
I was too busy laughing, Pete.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean,
yeah, he went a bit Dick Van Dyke. That's right, Martin. He did. He stuck it on a bit.
Yeah,
The general consensus is it was very good, Pete. You're getting a lot of
Thank you.
claps. And
Yeah, well
Yeah,
done,
the
mate.
chat-
That was
the
really
chat-
good.
Yeah, that
with
was
you.
really good, Pete.
Yeah, the chat's with you, Pete. You're good.
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
But more,
Yeah.
more jokes about your time on set, because it's such a unique thing.
It
No
is.
one really has that in stand-up. I think that's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you used it well. I
Mm.
mean, you used what you had really well and the time that you had. So that was great. And especially when you said about the story goes on longer than the film. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one for you guys. You know, I think.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. That's the thing. You've done really well with that because you do get a lot of banter about that, and we all sort of like chip in and take the mick out of you. But you've actually taken that and you've used it as a positive in a great way. Because when people banter you, it's not meant in a nasty way. It's because we like you and we're fond of you and stuff like that. So it's come from a good place. You've taken that and you've taken it to a better place. So well done, mate. Testament to you. That was awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's testament to you guys too to give me that support as well. So, I do have a little bit of my channel is not going to be non-existent. I think because I'm concentrating on what I need to do for the stand-up and for my own
absolutely.
Yeah.
career. So fledgling as it is.
Well, the other side of it too is you can always adapt your channel a little bit to be like, if someone's available to record your shows, if you do more stand-up, you can just put those recordings on your channel for people to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. That so, I'll probably get my a friend who's also a comedian to actually film it if he gets a chance.
So how did you feel after that? After you come off stage and you got behind stage again, how did you feel? What was going through your head?
I felt really, really good in a sense.
Yeah.
No, I mean, charged. I think might be a better way. So,
Who's giving the blowy? That's what I would have been asking.
Oh dear.
You and your bloodies, God.
Because it must have felt good. It must feel good to be when you're up on stage like that and you get the first laugh from the crowd. Did that really energize you and make you feel good?
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
it's got to, right?
Cool.
It's got to make you feel like, okay, I got this. It's going, right?
Yeah, just feed off the audience reaction.
Yeah. I mean, you have to get the audience right then and there to actually get their attention, right? So I've heard some comics when they were doing graduation last day of graduation night, or not graduation night, sorry, the last comedian night, right, for Fringe, and the second half, because I was there for the first half when comics were coming on stage and doing their bit, right? Everybody was vocal, everybody was listening, right, and laughing. But in the second half, when 5 more comedians came up, the whole audience were just dead silent, not laughing at all at anything. And it was just like someone's bombed big time, and they did, right? Somebody came on and they bombed big time, right? Their jokes just fell flat. Nobody was laughing at these jokes because they were new jokes, right? So you've got to have that kind of are they going to work? Thanks, Pete. Are they going to work or not? Right? So are they going to get an audience's attention? Right? So and if somebody bombs, it's just like the whole audience just goes crickets.
Wow.
It's difficult to bring them back from that, isn't it? So you've done really well to get that audience constantly laughing. It's brilliant.
So where do you go from now? Where do you go from here now, Pete? Because you've got your material. Do you adapt that, or do you take it and keep it the same, or what do you do with it? Do you?
No, I will.
Almost with a finger.
Look, I will look at it. I will watch it again, right, and see what I missed. I'll watch it again and see what I can better the joke. I'll watch it again and apply a joke that I missed out on saying to the audience. I'll put that in because I think that was a really good joke that I kind of left out because I ran out of time. So I'll be looking over it and see what I can actually adapt and or take out or write better or leave in. It's going to be fun that way because I get to actually play with the material I have. Not to the extent that it's going to change the whole flipping thing because it's you change it too much.
I think you've got the core elements there, definitely.
Yeah,
I think you've got the core elements there, but like you say, tinker it around. And then you said you had 5 minutes. I mean, did it seem longer than 5 minutes when you were up there, or did it go really quickly?
No, for me, I think it didn't go quickly at all. I mean, how I expected it to go. A good 5 minutes.
You've definitely got some more material, haven't you, from some of your experiences? Like you were late once, weren't you? You had one thing to do and you were late. And then and then also when you bullied that guy, that's quite amusing. That's quite funny. Could be a joke.
I mean,
Pete, do you have like a comedy store or like a comedy club near you? Like,
we do. We've got a Fringe bar. We will comedians go and try out their new material.
Oh, okay.
And it's on Allen Street in Wellington. So plus we've got a little comedy. I've got one down here where I live in Newtown, which I
brilliant.
didn't know about. So I'll be trying that out as well. So it won't be just a Fringe bar. It'll be other bars around Wellington.
Oh, cool.
You know, Jonathan.
How did you manage to book Frank?
Yeah. Basically, apparently now because I've shaved, I look like an old French footballer. That's unbelievable. But there you are. Cheers, Jono.
Yep.
It's what?
It's kind of like being in a band. You take what works, you take out what doesn't, and you work on what has potential. And the more you don't, the more fluid and relaxed you become.
I think it means the more you do it.
Oh, is it? Yeah, the more you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's some kind of weird sex thing is he talking about? What's he on about?
Probably
Probably knowing him.
Perv, you perv, APD, you proper perv. Get all pervy.
So
we're talking about comedy. We're talking about comedy, not weird stuff.
Sorry,
go on, John. Sorry.
Well, I was going to say, when's the Netflix special, Pete?
Yeah.
Probably when I'm 65. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I want to kind of do the circuits around New Zealand first, if I can.
Yeah.
Up and down the north and south. I'd love to do little comedy circuits and fringe festivals as well that have comedy clubs in there. Right. So yeah.
So on a night, let's say you go to the Fringe Club on a night when it's not like this graduation, how long is a normal comedy set at one of these clubs?
I've got one coming up, actually, not coming up, but in 2 weeks' time, on 13th of January, at Fringe Bar. They're giving comics for 6 seconds. Yeah, 6 seconds. That's long, isn't it?
Hello, goodbye.
6 minutes. Giving us 6 minutes to do our set, which is really cool. So
6 minutes, okay.
And I'll be able to actually stick my joke that I didn't put in on the graduation then. So that's the 5 minutes is usually the time, all right, the comics have, all right. If they go over that, there's a light in the back when somebody flashes the light saying that you've got 1 minute left, right? You get off, right? Hurry up and get off, right? If you go over that, you get a big hook come out from backstage, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's 5 minutes is usually the norm. But when I heard I'm getting 6 minutes to do my stand up, that was awesome. So quite looking forward.
Well done.
And I think I've just put down. There's something called fresh new stuff that you can actually write fresh new jokes and put it in your act act or set, which is really good. So it's coming up pretty soon. Yeah, quite looking forward to this year. Really am. So yeah.
Well, no, it's good because it's nice that you've got something to focus on for yourself and something that you're going to really enjoy. But like listening to you talk, it sounds like you really enjoyed it and you gained a lot of confidence from it, and that's a good thing. The only thing is, I would say, is if things don't go as well as you'd hoped, as in one night your audience aren't that receptive, don't let it get you down. Just
put a downer on things, Stu. Bloody hell, you've got to be realist. You've got to be realist. Make it all realist. Like getting all downer on it. Like
it's not all fighting rainbows and butterflies. You've got to be real about it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we got taught by Neil, who's the teacher.
Earmuffs, don't listen to him.
If you bomb, right, when you get off going as green room, right, don't say anything, right? Don't say anything, just it's like a water off a duck's back. Just don't say a damn thing.
Let it go. Move on to the next show. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just gonna get a blowy and forget about it.
You and your blowies, mate.
What?
God. You sexually repressed Australian putting words in your ear. Was that me?
Those models that you keep making, isn't it, Rum?
Well, no.
What about it? You know?
It's all that glue you're sniffing.
There you are.
Yeah. Well, I mean.
Now it's gone awkwardly quiet. Brilliant.
Well, you know, I mean, like, I don't know, you know.
Oh dear.
Pete, do they do like the gong shows in London? Do you know the gong shows where they, I think, do you have like, is it 30 seconds or a minute and you have judges and there's the crowd and they have like red cards and you have to make it through without any red cards, and if not, then you get gonged?
No, we don't have that kind of thing here. No.
Oh, maybe you could set it up.
Yeah, we had a gong show on TV in the 70s, but I haven't seen a gong show since then. You guys still have a gong
they're
show?
still going at the Comedy Store in London. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't care. You're Australian, zombie.
Oh, it's racialism again. Racialism. You said you weren't going to be.
So, what feedback did you get, Pete, from the I guess the guy that was taking the classes, he was there. So
well, he didn't give him a blowy. We've established that. He didn't,
well, obviously not. And what about your family? What about your friends that went? Did you get any feedback off of them?
No, not much. We just congratulated each other. You know, great job, stuff like that. And you know, I don't.
No, the friends that you said you had friends that went to come and see you.
Oh yeah, they just said that was really, really cool. I mean, it really.
Good. Yeah.
It's great you're doing this, right? So and Neil didn't really. He didn't really kind of give us any more pointers. He just said, look, just keep going, keep on doing this kind of stuff, keep on getting gigs, and keep on enjoying it. And remember, if you've had a bad night, don't say anything. And just saying that he said, great job. He was excited for us all to graduate. It wasn't just only me; it was just a bunch of us graduating on the same night, having great.
Was there a freak off party, Pete? Was there one of them freak offs?
No, there was no P Diddy freak offs.
God damn it.
I mean, John, would you be brave enough to do stand up?
Oh my! I don't think so. I really don't think I could get in front of the crowd, and because I don't know. It's like when you're in high school and college, like your classmates and friends might laugh at a joke or two that you tell, but I don't know if I could actually stand up and tie any jokes or stories together in a funny way, the way that comedians tend to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just not.
You could do that dance in your shark suit. That's funny. That's well funny.
Oh yeah, your shark suit.
Just do that for 5 minutes. That'll be great. I'll be up for that.
Well, I mean, I think
people might think like, well, you're a YouTuber, you're used to like being in front of the camera, but I think this is different than actually standing on stage in front of a crowd of 100 people or something, or you know what I mean? Like
you could swap out different hats, John, like every couple of seconds, put a new hat on, do a different dance. That'll be good.
I mean, there is one thing that I liked about doing this is because that if I think the advertisement is with comedy school is that anyone can actually be a comedian. Right, you can try this. Anybody can do this at any age. It's like I think how Neil teaches stuff to people is really good because it gives you the confidence to do this, even if you're that nervous, John. right?
Yeah.
So I think anybody can do this. It's just how it's taught. I think.
I don't know. Some
We
people that
we had one lady who was older than me, right? And she couldn't really string a joke together, right? It was all kind of blah 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 blah. She was really loud, right? She laughed really loud into the mic. It's like
did she smell, Pete? Did she smell as well?
no, no. And she was American, and no,
Bloody Yanks.
no, but she had that kind of vibe that she was funny because she's done it before. She did it way back, long ago. Let's say, right? She even knew Robin Williams, right? So, and when Neil took her material, right, and made it joke wise, she killed that audience with lots of laughter. Man, her whole persona changed from she couldn't tell a joke in rehearsals, right? She was just blabbing and trying to tell that joke. But when she got that joke from Neil teaching her how to actually set it up, right, and then punchline and set it up, tag punchline, right, she came out on that stage and she blew everybody away. That's how amazing she was, right? I mean, she had the whole crowd in fits of laughter, right? So
there is quite a structure to how you tell it then. I always thought comedy was sort of you had to have that funny bone. You just naturally had to have a bit of that funniness in you. But
yeah, I guess that's what I was thinking too, is why I was saying, like, I don't know if I could make it work, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, there are writing skills that it can be taught how to get a it taught me Neil taught me how to actually write a joke, right, in my own life, right? And because it is confusing. You think that's funny, but Neil changes the tone of that setup to punchline. I don't know how he does it, but it's just I think he picks out the point, right?
Yeah.
Or like that Tom Cruise joke, right? And I kind of came up with that with Neil's help, right? And then we worked it. It's like working it and reworking it.
Yeah.
Right. So it sounds really funny, but you got to
and when you delivered that, you had the perfect pause right before you said the sentence, and he's my height. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because you were like, I'm no Tom Cruise, and you kind of smile, like look at my face. And then you go, even though he is my height, like it just adds that other layer to the joke,
Yeah. And Neil teaches that as well. He teaches when to actually pause for the laugh.
Yeah.
Right. So that's
who is this Neil bloke? Who's Neil?
And is his surname down?
Neil Thornton is the teacher who taught us.
Neil, well done, Neil. You put up with quite a lot there by the looks of it. Well done. You salute you. Well done, Neil. You got through it.
I mean, you asked us to, but you didn't answer it yourself. Could you do it? Could you get up on stage and do it? Do you think?
No. So I've been on stage and I've done acting and I've done comical parts, but that's okay because I'm hiding behind a character. And if I go up on stage as myself, I get as nervous as hell and I don't like doing it. And I kind of freeze up. And I'm like that when I did karaoke as well. So if I go up on stage and sing, I go up on stage and sing because I'm playing a character. Or if I'm being stupid, I'm a character. So I hide behind that. But if I go up and do anything like that on my own, like get up and sing or do karaoke, that's me. And I get as nervous as hell. And I don't like that feeling because it makes me sick to stomach. I mean, I even get nervous before doing live streams and stuff like that. And I've done enough live streams over these last couple of years. And every time before I go on, I get really nervous and I feel quite sick to the stomach sometimes.
Wow. Huh.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I say, Pete was saying everybody can do it. I don't think they can because I don't think you've got to have a certain kind of something about you. And also you've got to have that confidence as well. to do it. But what about you, Steph? Because I never asked you. Would you be able to do it?
No, I don't think so. I think I panic too much, and I think I'd be too in my head, like, oh, you could, don't forget this and don't forget that, and oh, but then there's also this to think about, and oh, remember that pause and remember to do that, and I think I'd stuff it because I'd just be panicking too much, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, Steph, because a lot of the time, if you do things naturally, it's okay, but it's when you start getting into the technical things and stuff like that, and it's like with the singing, I just used to get up and sing, and I obviously had singing lessons and stuff like that, and I did all that, and I was fine because I was just doing it. But then when it started getting technical, breathing and stuff like that, you start thinking, and you overthink, and then that sort of affects your performance. Then you sort of like get a loss in confidence and stuff like that. So it can happen.
I like to imagine everyone's naked.
And you do that anyway, Rum.
Yeah.
Steph, just lead forward a bit.
It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
How's that?
Are you doing a Tim Hayes there, Steph? You just disappearing off the screen.
I am, yeah. And my chair's now rolling back.
Martin.
Careful with Tim Hayes. It's just like don't you?
Martin, you're a very lucky man. That's all I can say. Very lucky indeed. I imagined them, and they were large.
Martin's just probably sitting there shaking his head, going, "What the hell? What the hell?" Never mind.
Juicy.
Yeah, I agree with Pete. Pete's saying Toys and Ting said he's done extras work, but he's not sure he could do anything up on a stage, and that's the same thing. I've done. I mean, I haven't done anything as big as what he did. I mean, but I've done some extras work.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Star Wars. I did the Last Jedi, but they didn't use any of the footage, and I don't think they used anything of anybody. So, and when I asked them later on after the movie came out and we didn't see where our scenes were, they told us it was for The Last Jedi and related projects, and that we could have ended up in a cutscene on a video game or a television commercial or something.
John was an Ewok.
So we could have been in something that we've never even seen. You know what I mean?
Have to put a costume on. Gosh.
Instead of being in a movie, you know what I mean? But like I was in like a lot of there were movies made in Rochester, and when I was growing up, where you had to be in the crowd. There was one where it was called Rapture 505, the movie was, and we were in the crowd like they were a band, you know what I mean? So we were the crowd while they were on stage, and so it was a lot of crowd work stuff that we did. So you didn't see, I don't think you got to see anybody individually, you know what I mean? So in a lot of the stuff that we did when we were growing up.
I've been in those crowd scenes.
And I kept trying when I was in Seattle. I kept trying because there was an agency that helped me get some of the extras roles that I did when I was in Seattle, and I kept trying to get them to get me into TV because I had this dream. I was like, I want to get on like Law and Order and be the dead guy they find in the bushes. and then I was like, and then I want to be on CSI and be the dead guy that they found on the beach, and like get a reputation of being in all those. Get me on Hawaii 5-0. Get me on Magnum PI. Get me on NCIS.
You'll be one of these guys.
Every single one, I would be a dead guy that they find on the beach or whatever.
Be one of these guys. You'll be one of these guys.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't think there's like people who specifically go out to be dead people. And I was like, well, I could be the first. Come on, it'll be a fun thing. He's the dead cameo guy or whatever, like.
John's obsessed.
Can I just say, Martin, if you're still watching, Papa G's here. He was the movie quiz champion, wasn't he? He's in the chat. Yeah. So he's
no.
Wow, hold on. Hold on a minute.
Thanks for that, Stu. I'm gonna have a great evening now.
Technically,
Martin knows I love him. Really, you're all right, Martin.
Technically, the champion didn't carry on into the final. Really.
Well, no, there's no champions here, mate. He's in the chat. Papa G. You didn't turn up, did you? So
what?
That's better, isn't it?
Someone got kicked out. How'd that happen?
See you, Stu.
Isn't that nice? Look, Steph, just you and me up here. Look, it's nice. Very nice up here.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
What? He was getting all uppity. He was getting all uppity. Am I putting him back in?
Angry.
Back in. Bring Stu back.
I was getting uppity. I was learning from Pete. I was learning from Pete.
Don't put me in that one, man.
It appears as though Smith Lord's tried for roles in major productions.
What, bread rolls?
Yeah.
Is it? Oh.
It's Chris
Is
here,
he
is
in
he?
the chat? Is he in
Yeah,
the chat?
yeah. He's in the chat. Yeah. He's...
Wow. There you are. I mean, but we've not asked Rum. Would you be able to do what Pete's done and stand up in front of people and do a stand-up comedy sketch for 5 minutes?
I don't like the way he's
glad I asked
I don't like the way he's like directing things. We don't do this on the Two Pommies. You don't have someone come on and start like directing questions. Like,
okay, well, I'll just keep quiet.
You know what I mean, Pete? It's not really what we do here, is it?
No.
We talk
It's
about
called structure.
Well, we don't do that. We talk about boobs and stuff like that, and then Pete does something weird.
Did you say movies or boobies?
Movies and boobies. Talk about boobies.
You know what? If me and
you're getting
John
all like
put our heads
serious,
together,
Stu. I'm not
together like that. There you go.
Yeah, that's better. That's better. Do something funny. Do something weird. That's better. More like it.
Yeah, it's great.
Touch John's head.
Brilliant.
Touch John's head.
Punch John's head. No, I'm not punching John's head.
Go on.
I'm not going to punch your head, John. I'm not going to punch your head.
I don't punch
You're
it.
right.
Just touch it. Stroke it.
I'll touch it.
Yeah, I don't punch it.
Well, I might as well touch my own head, didn't I? It's going to feel the same, isn't it?
Bloody hell.
I couldn't hear you, Rum. I couldn't hear you. You're mumbling.
Well, it's because you're trying to be all directory, aren't you? And it's not really. You're not suited to it, Stu.
Oh.
There'd have to be a warning.
That's probably rubbish to stand up.
All right, Pete, what we're doing? Are we ending this, or what we're doing? We're carrying on.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Oh yeah, I mean, let's all do weird stuff. Grab something weird.
John's done something weird. What if I do something
You mean
weird?
an octopus is weird? I don't think octopi are weird.
What's that?
It's
a
Hobbit.
Lego.
It's PGM Hobbit.
Oh, is it?
I've got cat's bum. Oh yeah, Pete, stick a dinosaur in cat's bum. Hold on.
What is going on?
That's a big dinosaur, Pete.
Yeah, it is actually. I haven't shown you this, have you? All right, so
Pete, stick a dinosaur in cat's bum.
Oh.
That's quite loud, isn't it, Pete?
Can that actually eat action figures? Is it big enough to eat them?
Yeah, I think so.
Big enough to eat Pete.
I mean, look at that throat. You can just shove it right down the throat.
Eh?
You can shove stuff right down the throat. Look at how big that throat is. Yeah.
Yeah, just watch what you're putting in there, Pete. Not that kind of thing.
It's my fun hole. Leave it out. Come on.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Shush, roll. Shush, there you go. There you go.
Sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, Chris. I couldn't resist. Fun hole. Get your fun holes here.
Come on.
Not with Nashers like that, I wouldn't. No way.
You have to go side. You'd have to go side. Say that. Rude.
I love that hat, John. Oh, shut up.
Oh, well, this is good, isn't it?
Yeah, awkward silence again. Fantastic.
This is more like it, to be honest. This is how we like it, Stu. We don't like it all structured and everything.
No, I noticed. I've learnt my lesson. I will never be doing that again. I do apologise, Pete and Rum.
Someone do something weird.
Well, John is. It's all right. He's doing enough weird for
What? I don't get it.
Has anyone got a pervy elf?
Celeste, you're just being overly weird today, and you're probably so delusional because you've had that flu. So
yeah, he's coming out of it.
So,
Right.
sexually depressed Aussie is whispering in your ear, going, "Let's do something weird." We don't do anything. We don't do weird things. We say weird things on Two Pommies. We don't do anything weird.
Georgie, if you're still watching, can you put me electric blanket on, please? Thank you.
Jeez.
What,
Want anything else? A cup of tea? A slice of
no,
toast?
not before bed. Not before bed. I haven't got time to
Oh.
sleep.
Yeah,
So,
some biscuits
I've got
for
time to sleep,
Lord
so,
Almighty, who's just shaved his beard and head. Yeah, so
Stuff up there.
there you go.
anyway, thank you very much, guys. Steph, John, thank you, Stream and Stu. All the guys that were here, who thank you for supporting me.
Yeah, we're proud of you, Pete. We're proud of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm still want to give back to everyone, so the prints will be still going. If anybody wants one, So thank you anyway. Thanks, Rum, as always. Sexually depressed or oppressed, whatever you are.
Sexually depressed. Oh. Making up new squads now. The sexually depressed squad. Sexually depressed squad must be like they have sex, but it's not very good, so they're very depressed about it.
Sad about it.
Like, I'm so depressed. I had sex loads, but it's not very good. So I'm very depressed.
There's a joke in there somewhere to use in stand up. I've got a friend who's actually a puppet. Yeah.
Yeah. He's sexually depressed. Yeah.
Rob just looking at me like, what the hell?
All right, we're all gonna join the sexually depressed squad now.
Oh.
Is that another section of the Australian sexually depressed?
Is that the SDS? The SDS?
New squad. It's a new hit squad.
Of it.
Are you a member of the
The hit
SDS?
squad. Yeah.
Oh, Georgie's got your blanket on high for
Yeah.
you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Really
Snug-
high.
Oh, snuggly
Really,
and warm.
really high. So when you get in there, you'll be roasting. So,
Oh, that's all right. I'll be toasty. I'll be nice and cozy, toasty.
so your bald head and your freshly savored thing will be a potato. So
Woof. Look, Hobbit, stop it. Enough with the potatoes, all right?
potatoes. Yeah.
Potato.
Potato.
I stuck it in the hole and pumped up and down really vigorously for 5 minutes, and then she said, "Have you put it in yet?" I said, "Oh, no, definitely joined in the sexually depressed squad." Didn't even notice I was
Giving
pumping.
you all.
Yeah. I was pumping.
That's got to be terrible, Bum. You give it your all, and she didn't even notice. Wow.
I know.
Wow. Okay.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Where are we going with this conversation?
Yeah.
Pumping. Pumping. That's what we're talking about.
I look like Mr. Burns. Cheers, Gap. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Unbelievable. I would do if I grew my hair around the sides. I'd look like Mr.
Yeah,
Burns.
right. Yeah.
Excellent.
Smithers.
You don't have as pointy a nose as Mr. Burns, doesn't Mr.
Well,
Burns?
that is true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
He's got a bent one. Have you got? Stu, yours. Hold on. Give us a side profile. Is yours bent?
What do you mean is mine bent?
Is yours bent?
What, my nose? I don't
Go
think
to
so.
the
No.
side. Go to the side.
What do you mean the other side? It's the same both sides, isn't it?
Well, side. The side.
What?
No, I don't think this is bent.
That's not bent.
No.
Mr. Burns bends down a
He's
little
got a
bit.
bent one.
Yeah, he's got a bendy nose.
Yeah.
But thank you for pointing that out, Gap.
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
Yes.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
That's it. We're done. We had enough time.
We said John saying goodbye.
Yep. Goodbye, everybody. Pete said thank you. Pete said thank you and bye. I think it's over. You know?
Oh, right. Is it over? We done?
Well done,
All right.
directing.
All right.
Bye-bye then. Oh, wrong hand. Bye-bye. Thank you. Well done, Pete. Well done again.
Good
job.
No, he's trying to direct things again. You have a sequence, ending sequence.
What are we doing? I thought we finished.
Right, I'm getting him out.
trying to direct the end. We've got it all worked out, haven't we, P? The ending.
Oh,
Yes,
future
no,
is-
ending's very
Oh, you,
important.
come on, just put your finger in your mouth or something and look all like serious.
Salacious Rum.
Just that
Go
finger,
into
just
Parkinson
finger.
mode.
Yeah. Parkinson mode, activate.
Hmm.
Right. That's it. We did a show and you watched it and it was a thing.
Enthusiastic.
Well, it was all right. It killed an hour, didn't it? Let's be honest. It was the best. It was the best, but it was all right. I mean, so
Have
we'll
you
probably
seen
come back.
So Enthusiastic, everybody? Yes. No, not really. Not today. No.
Oh, I will probably come back. Pete and do another subpar stream. There's plenty of them going. So, all right.
Oh, it's
We'll
always
talk
fun
about-
hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, we'll talk about some banal topic again at some other point.
Banal?
Really interesting.
Banal. What's banal? What?
I don't know. I made it up. It sounded fancy.
It's a new word.
It's a word.
Isn't it banal?
Yeah,
That one.
that's
That's
banal.
French, though.
Yeah. Don't mention the war, right?
Right. Bloody hell, don't mention it. Right, we're all prisoners of Mother England in one way or another. And it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from here.
I said it wrong. Blaming Stu, he's got me off the game because he was getting all directory. Damn it.
Behave.
You know exactly what you did.
You've even got it scripted there, and you can't say it right.
All
What's
right,
going on?
we're going now. Bye,
Amateurs.
everyone.
Amateurs.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong hand again. Bye bye.
The end.
Oh, is the end?
Why do you still feel like you can be like me? Gaining could be like me.
Hey, I'm not sure we should have guests on again.
Why do you still feel like you can be like me?
Hey, there's that guy in the red jacket again.
Gaining could be like me. There's only one Salacious Rum, and he's the only one. He's the only one. He's truly known. He's truly known. Why do you still feel like you can be like me? Gaining